101.1 FM and AM 1160. Heather Marcozzi is in the studio with this morning. Paul Myers along with her as well. It is time for Midwinter Mayhem back at the KCAC. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's good to have you both with us. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. In one format or another, Heather, this has been around for how long?
This is the third annual.
Third.
This is the third annual of Midwinter Mayhem. Yes.
Yeah. And so you have a pretty good idea what you're dealing with here. However, the COVID keeps rearing its ugly head.
It keeps us on our toes, refiguring this out day by day.
Yeah. So, Paul, how many teams do we have?
We have 32 from Pennsylvania and New York.
Mm-hmm.
And some out of the 32 teams, I mean, there's a great field, a lot of loaded brackets, especially right around the middle. So
what comprises a team here? We're looking at high school wrestlers, wrestlers beyond high school, or is it all high school?
High school wrestlers. Yeah.
All high school wrestlers, and teams from around here as well as outside of this area? Obviously New York. Yes.
Yeah, a team from New York. But, I mean, we are the premier wrestling tournament this weekend here in Indiana, and that's why teams come here. Beautiful facility, great competition, smooth tournament.
Exciting finals.
Yes.
Very exciting finals.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the format. When do things get underway at the KCAC?
So I pushed weigh-ins back to 10 a.m. this morning just because of the weather situation we have going on. But tournament starts at 11:15, which will begin with a round of 32. It'll go all the way to the blood round, which is the round before placing this evening. So I'd probably say we'll wrap up around 7 this evening, and then start back with the blood round in the morning.
Yeah. So it's getting underway today, and then tomorrow it'll all wrap up. And obviously, you'd love for folks to come out and see some great wrestling action, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think folks would love to come out and see some great wrestling this evening.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Can they see the action right from the start this morning?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Anyone can come. Finals tomorrow start at 4 p.m. There will be a parade of champions. There will be a full stage. It'll be a show.
With that many teams in one venue, you can bet this is some pretty high-quality stuff, huh?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, high-quality stuff. And tomorrow we have the varsity tournament, a JV tournament, and one of the biggest girls tournaments going on in the state all at the same time. So, so it's going to be interesting to watch. So,
we've been talking about getting officials for our basketball games and how difficult that is. How hard was it to round up enough people to be officials at this?
So I actually book all of my officials almost a year in advance.
Yeah,
so,
smart.
We work with these guys almost every weekend. We kind of have like a pretty good friendship, and we kind of all work as a team. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I bet you those guys they love it too, don't they?
Oh yeah, the officials that I have, I mean, being a high quality wrestling tournament that we are, I make sure that I have high quality officials to make sure everything runs smooth. There's no problem. That's one more headache off of Heather's and I shoulders. So it definitely helps out having good officials for the weekend.
So among the teams that are coming, are there Indiana County teams that will be wrestling?
I'm not familiar with Indiana County because I don't live here, but I know we have a few, like Marion Center. I know it would be one of them, but we have 32 teams. 30 of them are all across the state of Pennsylvania, and then we have a couple out of state teams that are legit too.
Yeah, you almost had some Maryland and Virginia teams, but because of the COVID situation, they weren't allowed to come, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately.
We actually had a prep school attending that illness took the team out. We had one that couldn't travel because of snow. I mean, we've lost a couple, but I mean, to still be sitting with 32 in 2022, we can't be unhappy.
Yeah, so it's happening at the KCAC, and the action gets underway this morning at, did you say 11 o'clock?
11:15, yeah.
11:15.
And then Sunday is a all-youth tournament so that the youth get the opportunity to wrestle in that big college arena and experience that as well.
Oh, yeah. I bet you that's fun for them.
Yes.
My goodness gracious.
3 days of fun for everybody.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, these are not just the teams coming. They have their fans that come with them, their parents and family members and wrestling fans from their own schools. So it should be quite the atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, Brookville, they're one of the premier teams in Pennsylvania. They're actually bringing their radio station to come and do like a broadcast during the whole tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Like they set up and announce all of their matches the whole way through. It's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, wrestling is such a big deal. But we're focused, of course, on basketball around these parts right now. But
Yes.
It is wrestling season. We've got some great programs here in Indiana County. The Indiana program itself, Marion Center, is historically good. The United team is very good. River Valley. These are teams that folks know them, and so they create wrestling fans.
Yes.
And for wrestling fans, this is the top of the line right here.
It is. And you don't stop being a wrestling fan, I can tell you that much. It just goes on and on.
Yeah, absolutely. Heather, of course, you've been with us with other wrestling events
Yes.
at the KCAC as well. But Midwinter Mayhem is something that is really close to your heart, isn't it?
This is our pet. This was Paul and I met probably about 4 years ago, and we sat down, and he knew that I had worked with Flow Nationals, and he runs another tournament, and we were like, you know what? I think we can put our powers together and come up with something pretty cool.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah. Now, IUP does not have a wrestling team.
Not yet.
And one would assume that they're not generally equipped in terms of mats and everything else that is needed for a wrestling tournament. So you have to haul that all in?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we own all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you store all that? That's not in your garage at home, is it, Heather?
Oh, no. No. It has had multiple homes, but right now it's in multiple storage units.
Uh-huh.
But it has been moved many places.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's taking up a wrestling mat and hauling it over. It's not something you put in the trunk of the car.
No,
either.
it is not.
Well, it's not only one wrestling mat either.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If you're having that many teams and in that great big
Yeah.
venue, you don't have one mat sitting in the middle of the floor.
No.
No. I know my wife says stuff to me all the time because our whole basement is taken up by like all my equipment. She's like, we need to get this stuff out of here. And I'm like,
But
it will be out of here this weekend.
on the other hand, Paul, look at it this way. You don't have to carpet the downstairs.
No, I do. It's a finished basement. That's why she.
Oh, okay. No, you need to look at it this way and tell her this. The kids can bounce down there, and you know they're not going to get hurt because there's all that padding.
Exactly.
There you go.
We can manage this.
Yes.
But it all gets hauled in. I know that it takes a lot of extra help in order to get this to all work out. It's for the benefit of all the kids who are going to be wrestling that you do this. And you love it, both of you, and so must those volunteers.
Oh, we have a staff, and truly we have an unbelievable staff. We just don't have moments of weakness because somebody else can just pop right in. It's pretty smooth.
Yeah, last night we had some trying times, but it's a good thing we do have a tight staff because we made it through, and we're here today.
Yeah.
And we're all still talking.
Well, there you go. At least at the beginning of this.
Yeah. Oh, by Sunday we'll just be high-fiving each other that
There
we
you go.
And
survived.
it's over. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to love it, and I know you folks do, and I know so many others do as well. So once more, Paul, give us the schedule for action at the KCAC.
So this morning weigh-ins are at 10. We start wrestling at 11:15. We'll wrestle all the way through the quarterfinals, and then probably be done around 7 or so this evening. And then we'll have a coaches social where a lot of the coaches get to meet this evening, and then tomorrow we start up with the semifinals right in the morning.
Yeah, big
What time
doings.
does that start?
Wrestling starts at 9:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So
All right. More than one college scout's going to be taking a look at this too, isn't it?
I've had quite a few college scouts,
Yeah.
college coaches reach out to me this weekend. So
Yeah.
that shows a testament to the type of event we're running this weekend. So
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go, boys and girls. You're a wrestling fan. This is the place to be. The KCAC this weekend, the Midwinter Mayhem, gets underway later this morning. Paul Myers, Heather Marcozzi, thanks for coming in.
Oh, thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for having us.
It
Yeah,
is the
thank you for your
voice
time.
of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160. 21 minutes after 8 o'clock. As far as we know, that traffic situation continues at the intersection of South 6th Street and Lucerne Road, where the traffic light was hanging about 8 feet over the highway this morning. Right at the intersection, they reduced traffic to one lane to get through. A vehicle did hit that light, and so they have some situations to manage there, and we ask simply that you take extra caution if you're going through that area or any other on these roads here today.